Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing? What are you doing? I can see that you're planning a big, tropical, warm vacation, and I sure hope you're bringing me with you. I love vacations. Where do you plan on going, Honey Rose? And what in the world did you pack? Because I didn't see you put anything together. Are you going to bring me at least? Honey Rose, am I going to go with you? I mean, I don't want to be back here by myself. Well, let me at least check and see that you pack the right things to go on your vacation. Well, it looks like Honey Rose has her most important thing, which is her plane ticket. Oh my gosh, she's flying somewhere. And, oh yeah, she has some suntan lotion. I don't know if she'll actually have to worry about that. Dogs really don't have to worry about getting burnt. But I suppose better safe than sorry. She has a magazine for on the plane and, of course, beach towels, of course. Looks like she's planning for a really fun trip somewhere. I wonder where Honey Rose is going to go. I sure hope she's taking me with her. Well, fourth graders, what I was afraid of, Honey Rose is not going to take me. I'm not able to go on the trip with her. She's taking the vacation all by herself. What a lucky dog. Where she goes, though, is part of our southeast region, so at least we can kind of travel with her. She's going to take all kinds of pictures and tell us about the places that she goes to. She's flying into Miami. That's where her first stop is. So let's go check this out. Well, Honey Rose is pretty excited for her trip down to Florida in the southeast region. You can see all those states in yellow. Those are the ones we are studying right now with Mr. Van Horn and looking at this whole region that's called the southeast region. Honey Rose is traveling by plane. Here we are in Minnesota up in the Midwest, traveling all the way down to Florida, which is pretty much an entire state that has coastline. The Gulf of Mexico and going around the other side, the Atlantic Ocean. Almost the entire state is surrounded by coast. And because it sticks out like this and is surrounded by water, we call this a peninsula. So the state of Florida is like one big giant peninsula sticking out into the water. Looking at the southeast region on this map, we again see that a lot of this region is coastline. Coastline is where water meets land. And the ocean is meeting the land along the southeast region here, coming around, like we said, Florida, and then up into the Gulf of Mexico. As we come along Louisiana, that state there, which is kind of the edge of the southeast region for us, up into Arkansas, Missouri. So the southeast region cutting across to Kentucky and up into West Virginia is this whole, which makes sense, it's south and east of our country. In our country, this is the southeast corner, you could say. That's what they call the southeast region. Makes sense, right? So we're going to look at a couple of features in here, things that go along with the pages that are in our notes, read about some things that are in this region as well, and hopefully Honey Rose has herself a nice little vacation as she travels around through this region. Kind of sad to see Honey Rose taking off like this on a trip without me. There goes her plane. She's flying Delta. Well, I sure hope she's okay. We'll see you later, Honey Rose. As Honey Rose flew from Minnesota, from Shakopee, right below Minneapolis there, flew across the country, down into the southeast region, Honey Rose realized that when she got to Florida, there was a lot of low land. It was very low land, very much the same level as the water around it. But as she moved up to the northern part of this southeast region, there was more mountainous land. So there's different parts of this region, different areas depending on the landforms. This map here shows it probably the best. There's this part of the southeast which is called the Atlantic Coastal Plain. Remember, a plain is just a flat, low, bare area. It's a plain. So this is along the Atlantic coast. And then there's the Appalachian Mountains. And they actually are part of the Northeast as well. When we study the Northeast, this mountain chain, the Appalachian Mountains, actually goes up into the states of the Northeast that we studied already. So we have the Appalachians here, we have the Atlantic coastal plains there, and as you swing around to this side, which is where the Gulf of Mexico is, we have the Gulf coastal plain, which again is very low land, very close to the level of the water, and very flat. Gulf coastal plain, Atlantic coastal plain. But then we go up into the mountains so that there is some elevation up here in the Appalachian Mountains as well. Well, we wait for Honey Rose to land there in Florida and tell us a little bit about her trip so far. Let's read about the land. This comes from a book actually that'll be on canvas for you. It's in Epic, and it talks about Florida in particular, which is the state in the southeast that she's traveling to right now. So let's read a little bit about it. It says the land. Here's a picture here of the Florida Keys. Looks like a series of islands, a whole bunch of islands. Then there's that doesn't look very good, a sinkhole. And that has this caption with it that says, fun fact. Fun fact, in some parts of Florida, water wears away rock under the soil. Eventually, the rock caves in to create massive, sinkholes. There's a sinkhole. Oh, I hope Honey Rose knows that. Wouldn't want her to be walking around and suddenly fall into a sinkhole. Well, let's read on. It says, Florida is a low-lying state. Its highest point, Britton Hill, is only 345 feet, that's that many meters, 105 meters, above sea level. Wait a minute. 345 feet, that's the highest part of Florida above sea level? No wonder it's called a low-lying state. Forested, hilly land covers the Panhandle and central Florida. Along the state's eastern and western coasts are rolling plains. There's that word plains again. Flat, low land, rolling plains. Sandy beaches of many colors meet the ocean waters. Well, that part's nice. Honey Rose will have some nice time out there on the beaches. But certainly some of it is a little concerning. And it's very curious that it's so low to the water. 345 feet is not very high up into the air. Well, with that information, we know that Florida is a very low-lying state, but I wonder if that's true of the whole southeast region. What do we know about elevation based on what this map is telling us? Remember, reading a map is also part of reading. Looking for captions, looking for symbols, looking for, in this case, color-coded keys. That's still part of our reading. We're trying to figure things out by reading the information that's on a map. So today, your assignment will be to understand and answer questions about elevation. Elevation means how tall something is, how high something is, how many feet the land is above sea level. Remember, sea level is where the water meets the land, and then you count up from there. So there's going to be some questions for you to try to figure out using a map, reading a map about the land in the southeast region and some of its elevations. All right, well, good luck. Hopefully we hear some news from Honey Rose tomorrow as she spends her first day in Florida. I heard that she's going to take a little trip right away here to what's called the Everglades. So we'll find out and read about that a little bit tomorrow.